Echoes of the Fallen. Episode 2 of Duma's journey. The lioness who would not bow shadows in the forest months had passed since Duma and her 3 cubs, Maji, Nia, and Tambo, escaped the Riverlands. The new forest territory, rich in shade and small prey, had become their refuge. Tambo, now nearly grown, practiced roaring in the mornings. His voice cracked, but promise echoed through the trees. Yet the forest was not without its dangers. A leopard, large and territorial, had begun circling their hunting grounds. It left claw marks in tree trunks. Killed impalas were found hoisted into branches. It watched from above. Duma knew the forest was not theirs forever. Tambo's first test one night, while Duma hunted alone, the cubs heard rustling near their thicket den. Tambo, emboldened by youth, crept toward the noise. A shadow dropped from the tree, the leopard. Faster than a whisper, it swiped at Tambo's shoulder. Nia and Maji screamed. Tambo fought back, teeth flashing in the dark. Duma returned at full sprint, slamming into the leopard's flank. A brutal clash of claws and snarls lit up the forest. The leopard fled, leaping back into the branches. Tambo stood bloodied but alive. Duma licked his wounds, silent. The cub had courage, but not enough strength yet. The forest was no longer safe. Return to the edge. The family moved again, this time toward the high plains, a place Duma once roamed before she met Baruti. Prey was scarce, but so were predators. Open ground meant fewer ambushes. Tambo limped, but he no longer complained. Nia and Maji took on more hunting, bringing down small hares and spring hares. It was a time of learning, of bonding. But one day, atop a ridge, Tambo spotted something in the distance. A lion. Alone, young. Melovat the stranger, he approached slowly, cautiously. His mane had only just started to grow. He introduced himself as Django, a wanderer from the Far East whose pride had been wiped out by a wildfire. He wasn't a threat yet. Duma watched him for days. Tambo was curious, Nia was wary. Maji stared with wide eyes. Django hunted alone, respected boundaries, and never approached the cubs without Duma's presence. Then one evening he brought a fresh impala carcass and left it near their den before vanishing into the dusk. The ghosts of the Riverlands. That night, Duma dreamed of Kido, the lost cub. In the dream, Kido stood beside a river of fire, whispering warnings. She awoke to roaring, real, not a dream. On the wind, she heard it, the voices of the nomads, Kondo and his brothers. Far off but closing, they were spreading, expanding, looking for new territory, looking for her. A lioness's promise. Duma stood atop a boulder, her silhouette against the fading sun. Below her, Tambo practiced stalking with Django. Nia and Maji wrestled in the tall grass. She knew this peace wouldn't last, but neither would fear. They would not run again without a fight. She would make a stand, not just for survival, but for vengeance. For Kido, for Baruti. For the Riverlands,